What is going on, everybody? It's Chris here with another new video. Hopefully you're having a great day. So it's been a while since I have posted here on the YouTube channel. It's starting now, starting today. I do want to start rolling out tons of content almost on a daily basis right here on the channel. So as most of you know, I have had another store in the works for the past couple months that my partner and I have been in the process of automating and just trying to find the right people. We're starting another store this week. It's actually supposed to go live. And the tricky part has just been finding the right people and being able to find people that see our vision, see the company vision, and just being able to train them up to standards. But I'm happy to say we're about 95% of the way there. So speaking of this store, $135,000 just last month. So pretty much the last 30 days as I'm recording this. I want to take the time in this video to really just break down for you some of the things that we have capitalized on just this month, actually just last month, and hopefully you will be able to see that this is absolutely possible for anybody. It's an actual business that once you get up and running and automated, you don't have to spend all your time inside of it. It's not a 24/7 thing. This current store is actually doing about $20,000 per month of actual profit, and that's just with 1 to 2 hours per day of work. It's a system, it's lucrative, but you have to put in that initial work. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop on over to my computer right now, and I want to break down for you everything from last month so that really you can see what was going on. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so I went ahead and outlined everything right here. And for those of you that are new to this channel, maybe you're not inside of my Facebook group, I'm actually focusing on building a brand. That's what my partner and I are focusing on. The 2 previous Shopify stores that we had, we were sourcing product from China using AliExpress, and it just was not something that we could be excited about. Customer loyalty was not there, email open rates were not high, and because of this, we decided to change our dynamic last August and build a brand from scratch. And the easiest way we seemed to be able to do that was with print on demand, fast shipping times and great customer service, and be able to customize all these products and hit these passion niches. So the profit for the month was about $20,000. Our ad spend was about $22,000, and the conversion rate was about 2.6%. Now, I've had people ask me, Chris, why is the profit so minimal given your ad spend is only $22,000? Well, the answer is because it's print on demand. We are sourcing product here in the United States, and the products are a lot higher quality. And because of this, there is a higher price to pay, especially when trying to build a brand. E-com store owners that are seeing profit margins between 30 and 40% are most likely sourcing their product from China using AliExpress. But in my opinion, this is more worth it than that. Sourcing from China, we found just to be a customer service nightmare. The product was subpar quality, and it was very, very hard to build a brand. Building a brand is obviously going to cost more money, but in the end, it's also a lot more rewarding. So moving on right now, a few of the things we focused on just last month, the entire month of January. First off, Ricard. If you do not have this app installed in your Shopify store, definitely go install it. Throughout the entire month, it actually recovered us about $5,000 in abandoned cart sales through Messenger, which is absolutely crazy. For those of you wondering, we are only using the Messenger feature inside of Ricard. We are not using the abandoned cart emails, the pop-up feature, just the Messenger feature. This is extremely powerful because the Messenger bot, I think, is going to be the next big thing for e-commerce, if not already. Consumers are becoming more accustomed to making purchases through Messenger, and it just gives you the ability to build your list up faster and reach your customers in a completely different way. So this month, we actually capitalized a lot more on building our team. It's crazy. Some of the things I hear from our VAs saying that e-com store owners that have hired them before give them very minimal to no training and pretty much leave them in the dark and just send them updates every now and again via email. We did not want it to be like that. Our VAs are in the loop, and they can see our company vision just as much as we can, and that's how we always wanted it to be. We actually have our VAs inside of WhatsApp conversations, so everything from ordering to customer service, and then a main group chat for everybody in the company so that we can always communicate about what is going on. If there's an unsatisfied customer or a question about how to handle a particular return, then they can message us, and us, the owners, can direct them on where to go. We've realized that the team is definitely one of the most important aspects to building a brand. They need to be able to see your vision just as much as you do. Customer service is very, very important, and we have stressed this to these VAs that are working for us, how to deal with pretty much every type of situation out there, how to handle returns, and we have different systems for, like I said, pretty much everything. In terms of what to outsource, I would definitely recommend the tedious tasks such as customer service and ordering so that you can actually focus on building the business and not working inside of the business. All right, so thirdly, email marketing. I think a lot of e-com store owners forget about this and how important it is and how much money there is to be made on the back end. Let me just note that Facebook ads have changed. They are not the way that they used to be. It is a lot harder now to close a customer and make that sale than it was a year ago, at least in my opinion. When I used to do influencer marketing, I would be able to put out an ad up on Instagram and just get sale after sale after sale, $2,000 off of a $50 shout out. Yes, you can still do that. That is still very, very possible. But it was a lot easier a year ago than it is right now. So because of this, having proper email automation set up for the back end to actually be able to make that profit and become profitable off your Facebook ads is vitally, vitally important. Yes, you could still be profitable on the front end, but like I said, a lot of that profit is going to come from the back end. One of the things we have been doing is sending out 2 email campaigns per week, and we have been making a lot of money from this. So one day we'll actually send out a sale campaign talking about a new product or 40% off sale, whatever it is, give a discount code, and then the next day we'll say, hey, the sale is ending, now is your last chance. And surprisingly, we will get more sales on the second day as opposed to the first day with all of that extra urgency. We have an email list of 20,000 people. On top of that, we also have back-end automations for post-purchase. We have about a 5-day sequence for after the customer makes a purchase. That is something that we are looking to expand coming into this month. Retargeting, this is also something really, really big, and I think a lot of e-com store owners also forget about this. A lot of your money is going to come from retargeting. A lot of our visitors that come to our product page, they're not making that purchase. We're making a ton of money on the back end through these simple retargeting ads. It's absolutely crazy. We actually have about 4 retargeting ads running right now with different variations for each post. So it's 4 different posts, and the budget for each post really just depends on what our cost per purchase is. So for example, one of them is running at $30 a day. The other one's running at $20 a day. And then we have 2 of them running at, I believe, $10 a day. It just depends on, like I said, what the cost per purchase is. And it's broken up into different view content brackets. So everybody that visited the site within 3 days and then 8 days. Lastly, we decided to test different price points. And this really opened up our eyes because we kept increasing the price, but there was no difference in our conversion rate. We actually upped it up by $5 before we started to see a difference, but that gave us a lot of insight into how we could actually make a lot more profit on the front end. And when you really start to add it up and you're making thousands and thousands of orders per month, you really can make a lot of money by doing this. So I would definitely recommend testing different price points for your product and finding out what's going to work best. Now, that is what we focused on for the entire month. Just a few of the things that we capitalized on. I do want to talk about Facebook ads a little bit. Like I said, this is a very simple breakdown in terms of strategy and what we have going on inside of the Facebook Ads Manager. I do want to make a video that's a little bit more in depth, but like I said, this will give you some insight for now. So right now we have about 3 different winning products in the marketing mix right now. We have one main winner, which we're targeting USA buyers and international. We have one minor winner, which I don't really know what's going on with that. It's making us some pretty decent money, but like I said, nowhere near what our main winner is making us. In terms of whether there's scalability to that, I'm still kind of playing around with it. And then lastly, we do have one right now that is becoming a winner. We had no success with it right here in the US and targeting USA buyers. We took it internationally and it's doing very well. So we are in the process right now of scaling that. As far as the strategy, okay, as far as the strategy behind our Facebook ads, like I said, this is a very simple breakdown. For interest targeting, we have simple targeting. So we're talking no more than 1 to 2 interests per ad set mixed with a bunch of different lookalike audiences. So for one of our winning products, we have about 10 to 12 different ad sets running. Like I said, mixed with lookalike audiences and simple interest targeting. Now, what do I do when trying to test a new product? What I do is I start it off at $10 per day. I'll start the ad set off at $10 a day. And if it is profitable in the first 2 days, I will duplicate that ad set to $50 per day. Give it about 2 more days. If it's still profitable, I will duplicate that to $100 a day. Now, as I'm duplicating these ad sets, I am still leaving the other ones running as long as they are profitable. As long as they are profitable, there's really no reason to turn them off, and I will increase or decrease the budget as needed. So if I take it up to $100 per day and it's still super profitable, then I'm going to start scaling it by 20% after that, or maybe even bump it up to $200. It just depends on what my cost per purchase is. But if my cost per purchase really rises when I duplicate to $100, I might scale it back to $70 or just delete it overall and keep the $50 and $10 ad sets running in the background. So that's a look at really the Facebook ad strategy and breakdown. Don't overcomplicate it. There's really not much to it in the grand scheme of things. It's really just all about testing and looking into the data. So moving along right now, things that we do want to work on for this new month of February. Email marketing. This is so critical. I know I talk about it like I know a lot about it, but I feel like it's one of those things that you just never really stop learning. I want to capitalize a lot more on the email automation post-purchase. Like I talked about, all we have right now is a 5-day post-purchase sequence, which is obviously getting us sales we're making money from, but I want to take that further. I want to extend that. I want to add a loyalty program into it and just make a lot more money in the back end, and I want to put some email automation in place for the Wheelio funnel that is on, or I'm sorry, the Wheelio app that's on our website. So when people put in their email and they don't buy from us, they'll also get into an automation where they learn a little bit more about our brand, and we can eventually close them on the product. So next, who are we? So we're building a brand. That is the point of this store right now. That's why we changed our dynamic. That's why we stopped sourcing product from AliExpress. We want to be the recognized leader in our space. We want customers to come to us. We want to build a loyal following. So I really want to capitalize on our brand this month and really just think about what are we known for? We want to build a loyal following of customers who see us as the leader in this industry. A loyal base of customers that will shop with us and nobody else. So we really want to capitalize on our brand as a whole, get more recognition out there, and up the influencer marketing. Influencer marketing, definitely not something to miss, especially right now with influencer marketing being on the rise. Word of mouth right now is extremely powerful. A lot of purchases now, especially in our store, are influenced by our current customers. We get a ton of organic sales. So with this brand, that is something that we really want to capitalize on. Next right here would be Facebook ads. We do want to get this cost per purchase down. We're still very profitable with our Facebook ads, but there are some ad sets we are not profitable. Our profit margins range anywhere from $15 to $30+, and we do have some ad sets where the cost per purchase is over $19. Now, on the front end, it is not possible, and some e-com store owners would turn them off. But the way we see it, we see them as profitable because we are looking at the lifetime value of these customers. Many of these customers that make a purchase from us do come back and make a second purchase. Many of the customers that make a purchase from us also make a purchase in the post-email sequence. That is what we look at when we are looking at the data on Facebook. But overall, we want to get the cost per purchase down. I think there is always room for improvement, and we also want to test a lot more products in the store. Like I said, we have about 3 of them right now, but we really want to scale and amp up the marketing within these coming months. I think that this store has a lot of potential, especially since it is being automated now. My partner and I can focus a lot more on growing the business. For a couple months now, we have been doing a lot of tedious tasks and doing a lot of training, which is 100% worth it in the long run. But now I think is prime time to really scale up this operation and to really just see what it's made of. So next, we also want to focus a lot more on our current customer base. So maybe even add in, like I was talking about, a loyalty program, something where we can get these customers to keep purchasing from us over and over again. I'm thinking targeting, amping up our retargeting a lot more with customers who visited us within the last 90 days, something along those lines to get these customers purchasing from us again and again and again. Next is expanding customer service and project management. As we are growing, we are getting a lot more emails per day. Customer service is something that we want to be 100%. We do not want there to be any doubts. If our VAs have questions about anything, they can message us. But if there is an unsatisfied customer, we want to get to the bottom of it and find out what exactly the issue is. We don't want emails to go, we don't want emails to be unresponded to. That's a complete no. We do not want that to happen. We want comments to be responded to on Facebook, because the biggest thing with building a brand is customer service. On top of that is project management. We do want to switch up some of the roles and get a project manager to take on a little bit more lead with what actually happens and what kind of email campaigns are going out, and really just making sure that everything is flowing in the right direction. Lastly, I do want to see how we can leverage the Messenger bot a lot more than we already have. We have a Messenger bot right now of about 3,000 people, but we're not using it too much. Really, we're just using it for retargeting. We do send out broadcasts every now and again, but I think right now it's still sort of an annoyance to a lot of people. So I'm really just trying to think about how we can use the Messenger bot a lot more. Yes, it gets us sales, but at the same time, I think a lot of people are still not accustomed to buying through the Messenger bot. So like I said, something that we want to leverage a lot more, but I do still look at it as a major cash asset, just like an Instagram profile or a Facebook page that will really come in handy when we decide to sell the company. So guys, that is a look at pretty much everything that we did throughout the entire month of January, broken down. I hope this helps some of you. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to drop a question down below. Drop a question down below with the video suggestions you have. Like I said, I plan on rolling out a lot more content on the channel with things that we're testing inside of the business and just everything about it, building a brand, because that is what I'm so passionate about. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and go ahead and click the notification bell so that you can get updates for when the next video comes out. And be sure to join the Facebook group if you have not already. There is a ton of free value inside of there. So with that, I'll see you guys on the next video.